Hi, I'm Lisa Allen from Hometown Television,
And I'm Terry Tauber.
and we are live here at City Hall in Summit, New Jersey for the annual Reorganization meeting. This is such a fun night. I feel like you can already see the energy in the room, and there's two pieces to this, right? You have the mayor who's giving her city address, and then you have the individuals who won council. They're going
Right.
to be sworn in tonight.
They'll be sworn in, and the people who are coming off of boards will be recognized. And it's always a fun and exciting night. You can see the energy in the room. There's a reception going on outside.
Yeah.
It's always good.
I know. I love this stuff. It's
fun.
like the Academy
It's fun.
Awards for
I
politics.
feel like we're on the red carpet here.
All right, so we want to welcome the viewers, and we're going to get the meeting started at 7:30. But before that, we're going to interview
Talk to a few people here.
the city clerk, Rosemary, and then we'll get to the mayor and a couple
The mayor
of
and a few of the people that are coming on council and coming off council.
So let's get started.
Okay, great.
All right,
Um,
we have Rosemary.
Great. I have.
Hi, Rosemary.
Hi, Rosemary. I'm here with Rosemary Licatese, our city clerk, and she is going to tell us a little bit about what this city reorganization meeting is all about.
Well, while all common council meetings are very important, we do the business of the city. This particular meeting is a little compelling for various reasons. First, we'll have Mayor Radis, who will be delivering the State of the City address, and she'll be reporting on the status of the city as well as conveying the vision for the future. Also on tap tonight is recognizing 28 retiring volunteers and showing them our appreciation for their hard work and dedication and everything they do to make the city the best it can be. Also, we're going to be selecting a council president for 2017 and swearing in our Councilman Mike McTiernan for his second term, and saying goodbye to Councilwoman Lisa, who leaves us, and welcoming, of course, our newest councilman for Ward 2, Stephen Bowman. So it's going to be an exciting evening.
And so your role in the meeting,
Nice to meet you.
this
I'm
is
on
your
camera.
first year. You just completed your first year as city clerk. How do you feel?
Well, this is my second year leading the organization meeting, and it's a little different than the normal meetings where I would start off the meeting, because we have a process before the actual meeting starts where we conduct the swearings in and everything. So, and we don't have a council president yet. So it's up to me to start the meeting and do the roll call and then open up the meeting. So it'll be fun. It's a once-a-year thing, but it's fun.
Great. Well, I know you have a very busy night ahead of you with all of this and all the kind of greeting and the reception beforehand. So really appreciate you taking the time with us and letting our viewers know what they can expect tonight. So thank you.
Happy New Year.
You too.
So it's exciting. She's been doing this for years.
She
right?
has. She was the deputy city clerk before, and now, as most people probably know, she's the city clerk, and she's we're going to be running the meeting. So she's a pro, though, so she'll be nothing to it for her.
I know, right? So next is Nora Radis.
Next is Nora Radis, our
city
mayor.
mayor. Yes. All right. Hi, Nora.
Ladies, how are you?
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
See you. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
This way.
So,
How are you?
good. How are you?
I'm well.
So you are wrapping up your first year as mayor.
I am.
How do you feel?
I feel great. I'm going to deliver the State of the City address tonight, and I think we've accomplished a lot this year. And I'm very excited to tell our residents that we're in a strong position, and we're sort of managing our way towards the future.
Great. So you mentioned the state of the city, and Rosie mentioned it before you, but can you give us any sneak peek, any hints, any little clues of what your, like, the high points?
Well, you know what, to be honest with you, one of the single biggest thing we did this year that took a lot of community involvement was the reexamination of the master plan. So I'll be talking a lot about that and what we, what the community, how much we came together and what we as a community think we need to do to position Summit to be in the best place possible for the next 4 or 5 years, 10 years. And we also tonight recognize our volunteers, which is a really important thing. And you've heard me say multiple times that Summit's best asset are its volunteers. And so that's important, and I want to recognize them. And of course, we say goodbye to Sandy Lisa, who has just been amazing as a council person. Works incredibly hard, so smart, and it was also extraordinarily helpful to me in this year, my first year. So it's a great group of people. We've worked well together, and I think we have a lot to celebrate tonight.
Great. So that's the past year. What's up for 2017? What would you say are the biggest challenges, the biggest things you want to do in 2017?
Well, we have some focus on the next step through the master plan. Is what happened in the plan? What do we as a town want to do? And some of that is potential redevelopment in town in various locations, which would not encroach upon existing residential areas. We also have some affordable housing issues that we're looking forward to. We have made some strides in the city, changing and tinkering at the margins and helping the parking situation. But council as a whole, with my assistance, hopefully, has to come up with a parking plan that is really viable for the future. So I would say redevelopment, parking, housing, and then, of course, we just count on the school system to continue to deliver great education to our kids.
Getting in the shot.
Just a few little things, obviously. No big deal. But great. We appreciate your time. We're going to interview some of the other people that are coming on and going off, and maybe talk to some of the volunteers that are coming off as well.
Great.
So
I appreciate you doing this. And, we've got a great council, and I enjoy working with them this past year. It's been great.
thank you.
Thank you very much, dear.
And now I'm going to hand the mic over to Lisa, who's here with Mike McTiernan.
Thank you, Terry. Hi, Councilman McTiernan. How are you tonight?
I'm great. Happy New Year, Lisa.
Thank you so much. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
Are you excited?
Very excited. Looking forward to another 3-year term.
Yes.
We've got a lot to do in Summit. Yep.
I know. It's going to be a really busy year.
No, absolutely. New year, it's time to start afresh. It's sad we're seeing Sandy depart council, but she was a great contributor for all those years. Hard work, always very well prepared, and just a nice person to work with. Great demeanor. But we're excited about Steve Bowman joining. So, new blood is always a good thing to bring some new ideas and new perspective to the council, and we need that because we have a lot of work to accomplish.
Right. What are your biggest 3 initiatives this year?
Well, there's a lot. Parking is still a big thing. I'm very proud of the work we've done in parking in the last couple of years with either our valet service at the Tier Garage or the Uber program. That's we're getting a lot of press nationally. It's really exciting, but that doesn't mean we've solved our parking problems. And there's a whole list of things that we need to really dig into and implement, or choose not to implement. So we're going to have a lot of public dialogue, a lot of discussion about what we want to do going forward. May or may not end up with the parking deck. We'll see, but we really have to dig into that, and that's going to be something the community, I know, is going to have a lot to say about as well.
I know parking is always the big one, right?
Yeah, it is, but there's other things too. The park line is a fantastic project. This is the year I hope that we can get a spade in the ground and maybe get the first section of it started. It would be great for the community, and I think it would give a taste of what the entire project could be ultimately if the funding comes through from private donations. And then the other thing that's always an issue is the fiscal side of things. Budgets in Summit don't get any easier. The county takes its share. Services always cost more. And we have to be very cognizant of controlling our taxes with a rateable base that's not really changing that much. So, if that's something that we'll have to look at. And that ties into some projects we may look at around development opportunities, around the firehouse, that area of town. All this ties in to try and make Summit a great place to live, but an affordable place to live too.
So I want to ask you a couple of personal questions.
Sure.
Over the last 3 years, in the last year you've been council president,
yes.
right? So you've been on the council for 3 years. You're going into your second term because you won this last fall.
Mm-hmm.
And over the last 3 years, how are you feeling tonight to come back in as a re-elected person? I mean, it must be a totally different perspective than when you first got elected.
It is. I'm a lot less nervous than I was. So I feel like, well, there's always new things to do. It's a steep learning curve, but at least now I kind of understand what's going on, which is good. It's great to come into council with fresh ideas and stuff, but it takes a while to figure out how things work. And I feel now I can, my second 3 years, hopefully be very productive. My first, few months on council is a big learning process. But council people are very, very good at teaching you. The city staff works with you. But I think this time around, I'm ready to hit the ground running. Know what to do, have a big list of things you want to tackle, and I'm looking forward to kind of getting to work right away.
Because you're going to be the second-year council president, correct?
I'm hoping for. We'll see what. We'll see.
The vote happens tonight, correct?
The vote happens tonight. I'm pretty confident I'll have that position again, but we'll see.
Excellent. And one last question. Any advice for Steve Bowman coming in as a freshman councilman?
Yeah, I think listen, ask a lot of questions, but also don't be afraid to give input as it comes up. He's been elected for a reason, and he needs to represent his constituents, and I know he will. But there is a lot to learn, but I'll also tell him don't get frustrated if there's things you don't understand, because government speaks a different language. It's hard to understand, but he'll get it, absolutely. So.
Thank you so much. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Lisa,
yep,
and Happy New Year again.
Thank you so much. Take care. All right, Terry, how are you? It got really busy in here.
It did get really busy. It's getting a lot of people are filing in, trying to save their seats for the big
night, right? I know. Usually everybody's out in the. We came in here because we thought it was going to be quiet.
Out there. What are they doing in here?
Because they know we're here.
That must be it.
So next we're going to be interviewing Councilman Lisa. She's on her way out. She didn't run this year, which was a big disappointment, but we're excited to have Steve. So I guess we'll bring over Sandy Lisa and Councilwoman Sandy Lisa.
Stepping off council tonight. So
I'm very proud of many accomplishments that the city has.
Wait, you can let me ask the question first.
Okay, I'm all ready.
What are you most proud of here?
Well, there's several things. I guess personally that we have maintained very sound financials, and I think everyone should be very proud that we have AAA bond rating by all three agencies. We had the first decrease in municipal taxes in recent memory a few years ago. We've kept it under 1%. We're very well thought of as a municipality, and that keeps our interest rates low when we go out for our bonds. We have invested a lot in infrastructure. We had $17.5 million funded for our schools. We have put a lot of money aside for our expansion of our community center and our fields. We are investing in new technology in parking. We have the same type of kiosk and machine in all of our lots, which we didn't have it 2 years ago. License plate technology is the newest thing, and we've implemented that. And we have a framework for the future by the independent study that we've just received to help us figure out our parking issue. And we have the Uber test. So we have a lot of hands in the pot there. Something that I'm probably most proud of is one of my major goals was to expand knowledge through communication. And besides launching our new website, which has a tremendous amount of information on it, we've also been able to get our community a lot more involved. Just look at what happened in the master plan reexamination process. We had a huge outpouring from the community. We also hold many more information sessions before we launch new projects. We have program proposals, so we get people, a space to voice their opinion and to shape what's done. So parking, safety, pedestrian safety, downtown involvement in our downtown, our business community. We're just about finished the downtown beautification project. We also have laid a conduit under our streets to allow for future technology to help our businesses. So I think this has been a council, and also before us also, who's always had an eye towards you have to have a long-term planning horizon. And my focus this year as chair of finance was on planning and budgeting, and Michael Rogers has just done a terrific job of laying a framework for the future, and also for giving council and the mayor a framework for decisions and for community input. So there's a lot to be proud of. There's a lot that still needs to be done, as there always is. But we think we have a much more involved community. We have a very dedicated team, and I've been very proud to be part of this group.
So is there life after council? What are you going to do next? How are you going to stay involved? Because I know you're going to stay involved.
Yeah, that's to be determined. I don't have anything planned out exactly, right now. I am on a couple boards, which I enjoy, volunteering my time for that. So we'll see. We know there's always doors that open, so so I'm looking for those.
Great. Thank you so much for your service, and thank you for talking to us. Great. Okay. Now, Lisa, you're up again with Steve Bowman.
Excellent. Hi, Steve. How are you? Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm going to call you Councilman Bowman after this meeting tonight.
I'll take that.
Yeah. So you were on the zoning board for 3 years, is that right? So that was an excellent parlay into being on council, but this is your first elected position in any town, correct?
Yes, it is my first election. Yes.
What's going through your mind tonight?
Well, Lisa, first off, thank you for the introduction, and it's an exciting night for me. It was an intense campaign, and this is a bit of a accumulation of that. But more importantly, I'm excited about getting in there and serving the people of Summit. We all had we were all over our Christmas holiday, and now it's time to get back to reality. And so I'm looking forward to serving the people of Summit.
I see your family's here tonight.
They sure are. My young daughter is getting a civics lesson. That's for sure.
I love that. I think that's the best part of the evening, is that the few that I've come to, the reorg meetings every year, the kids are here with the swearing in, and I just feel like it's just such a fun, exciting thing for them, and they'll never forget it.
Yeah. And it really was. She was part of my campaign, as were a couple of her classmates, and we had, a lot of interaction. So, there's a lot of hope for our future of our country.
So I don't know if this is jumping too far ahead, but do you know what committees you'll be serving on yet?
I do, Lisa. I'm going to parlay my experience in business and in finance. I'm going to be chairman of the Finance and Personnel Department or Committee, and then also I'm going to be part of the Public Works Group, helping them and Richard's son.
And I have a really important question for you, because you mentioned it was a very tight race. You won, I think it was 5 votes ahead. And being that it was so close, that means there were a lot of people who didn't vote for you during that election. How are you going to work as now a councilman for the community rather than a candidate to make sure those people that didn't vote for you really feel like you're out there fighting for them?
Oh, well, Lisa, that's a great question. The people of Summit have a great passion for our city, and that truly shows in the volunteers and those individuals that just work in our community. And I'm just going to be out there. I'm walking the streets. I'm going to be involved in the committees that I talked about, and my face and contact information are going to be on the website, and I will be accepting emails, and that website, if you don't know, is cityofsummit.org. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I will reply quickly. I promise that.
Well, congratulations for your win, and I wish you the best of luck. Good luck tonight, and we'll see you soon around town.
Great.
All right. Thank you.
Take care.
Nice.
Bye.
All right. Hi. We're back. I know, and the room just keeps filling up.
I know. Yep. It's getting more interesting in here.
I know. How many of these have you been to?
Oh gosh, a lot, 10-ish.
Okay, I know. And I was just saying to Steve, I think the best part of these reorg meetings that I really love is when the children are watching their parents get sworn in.
Yeah,
I think it's the
best.
sweetest thing ever.
Best.
So who's next on your docket?
So next we're going to talk to Richard's son.
Okay.
Richard is a first-year councilman, and he is about to start his second year, but you're going to tell us how you did, what your thoughts on your first year.
Yes. Thanks so much, Terry. I'm very excited to start the second year. This past year I served as chairman of Public Works and vice chair on Buildings and Grounds. One of our major accomplishments was introducing a new permitting software that will really enhance the experience for both residents and businesses. And the other thing that I serve on is the Summit Downtown Inc., which is responsible for enhancing our downtown. And you should keep your eye out for the Winter Farmers Market, which would be a great way to get fresh produce and support our downtown businesses.
Very excited about that.
So that'll be really good. And then lastly, I'm really excited to work with Steve Bowman, who will be sworn in tonight, on the Public Works Committee. We're always looking for ways to cut costs and enhance service. So it might not sound that exciting, but enhancing the vehicle fleet fleet maintenance program is going to do a great job on both fronts. Please feel free to reach out to me at any time. I serve as councilman at large, which means I represent the entire community, and I certainly want to keep that in mind. Please email me at rsun@cityofsummit.org if you have any questions. That's sun like sunshine. And please have a good day. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Richard. So, we have another, as long as we have time here, we have another,
Sure.
Our other first-year councilman, David Naidu, is representing Ward 1, and he's going to tell us a little bit about how his first year went.
Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. My first year went very well. I was the chair of the General Services Committee that was looking into parking issues, but it also looks at parks, and as well as being on the Law Committee. This following year, where I'm going to be the chair of the Law Committee, and I think we'll be doing a lot of interesting stuff. We want to make sure that people understand the laws in plain English. I believe, it's my first year. I focus a lot about fiscal responsibility through making sure we do proper diligence as far as how we're spending our money. And in the coming year, I think one of the key things to look at is affordability in our town as well as sustainability.
Great, thank you so much.
Okay.
So,
All right.
everybody wants to talk to us. This is awesome.
I know. I love this. So the next one we're going to interview is Councilwoman Mary Ogden.
Otherwise known as my neighbor.
Right. I know, a couple doors down, or behind
us, yes.
behind each other. I think that's, and I'm going to face you this way, Mary, only because the camera's right there.
Okay.
So how are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful. I just get to move down a seat and, nominate a wonderful council president again. And so I'm wonderful. This is an easy night for me.
Right.
And exciting. I'm really excited for this council to get together and see what we can do this year and accomplish. And I thought we did a lot last. And, 1 year under my belt affords me a little bit more, confidence. And I'm just excited to implement a lot.
What have you learned most in the last year? I mean, I know it's a huge learning curve. Everybody says there's just so much to absorb. What has been your favorite thing over the last year?
Getting to know all of the various departments and the people that work in them. I had no idea some of the staff and the players in, so to speak, in the department. And so getting to know so many people and what it takes to run this city is incredible, and everybody has Summit as their primary interest. They are dedicated and unbelievable to work with, and everybody gets that Summit is a very, very special place. We're all in this together, and it's we just want what's best for this city, and it's a great city. So I'm really excited to be a part of that. So.
Do you know what committees you're going to be on this coming year? What are they going to be?
I'm going to be chair of safety again, which I'm thrilled about. I love safety. Working with both chiefs is just such a pleasure, and I have the highest regard for both of them. We are so lucky that we have the departments that we do. I think that our department, our fire and police, are the best in the state. Maybe nation. I mean, I cannot tell you how impressed I am with our two departments, and
I have to agree with that.
They're amazing, and so to be a part of that, be the chair of that it's an honor. I'm really excited about the upcoming traffic unit that we put in place last year and approved. I think that's going to be a tremendous asset to keeping pedestrian safety in the downtown. We've worked hard on traffic calming throughout the city to get the speeding to a minimum, looking at a whole lot of new options for traffic calming, which I think is going to be a change for Summit, but a good change.
Yeah, it's a needed change.
It's a needed change, and we're looking into that, and there's just so much, and I think the redevelopment is exciting, and I'm really looking forward to being a part of that, and looking at where the hot firehouse may end up going at some point. So there's a lot to do, and yet I'm thrilled to be a part of it. So
it's all good.
And the other chair, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
Safety
started.
And I'll be on general services. That's my other committee that I'll be on.
Okay.
As well as many boards.
Just a quick question, just a snippet, what is general services?
That's the rec and parking, and with Judith and Rita, and so
Other powerhouses. in town.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming over here and talking to
my
us.
pleasure. Happy
yeah.
New Year.
Enjoy what's left of the last 4 minutes before
yeah.
before the meeting starts. I guess I better get going too.
Okay, thanks.
All right. See you later. See you in the meeting. All right. I guess this is it.
We
for
are
us.
just about out of time. The room is filling up. You can feel the excitement.
I know. I felt like we were just getting started.
I know. It's fun.
But so I'm sad that anyone that's not here missed it.
I know.
But I'm glad that they're able to see it on TV, right?
Exactly.
So I'm gonna. I guess we'll just close it out because we don't have much time left.
We need to find some seats so we too can see the meeting and hear the mayor's State of the City address.
And enjoy ourselves.
And enjoy
All right. So we want to thank you to the viewers for watching tonight. We hope that you learned something and got something out of how important this meeting is. I want to thank Terry, my co-host. I had such a great time. And if you want to see any the repeat of this or any shows from Hometown Television, please visit www.hometowntv.org. Enjoy the reorganization meeting tonight. Thank you.